Chapter 845! Everyone's fucking pissed! Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I mean, the podcast.
You fool.
Oh, no, it's ruined. This is a tired episode because I'm tired. And so we're all going to just relax and enjoy a peaceful discussion where no one gets pissed the fuck off about One Piece. Although there was not a lot to get pissed off about this chapter, nor was last week. Last week was brilliant, and this was a good follow-up.
I was going to say, usually I'm the one that's tired, and I have to deal with it.
True, because it's so much later for you.
But when you're tired, you gotta have a nice chill time.
That's correct. I get to decide.
Well, whatever. Anyway,
this is chapter 845, The Enraged Army. Well, we should be enraged. I can't do it. Okay, so...
I'll talk about what's going on.
Okay.
So first off, one thing, the very first page, as soon as I saw those mountains again, one of them's like looking at Luffy like,
Dude, those are my favorite thing. I love them too.
I would really love if somehow they became like actually relevant to the combat.
What if Luffy wants them to join his crew?
No, but like...
That'd be cool.
They're just... like humongous... They could be just like really big guys just sitting there under the dirt. And then they could come out and like wreck shit.
You mean kind of like Pound was? He was just chilling, buried partially for some reason? Yeah, that'd be cool.
But anyway, the actual thing of the chapter is Luffy's been beaten up by Sanji and he's waiting there and he's saying, no, Sanji will come. I don't care what happens. I'll take everyone on, because if I move and he thinks I've left, then everything will be for nothing.
He's a big silly boy.
So that's what we expected him to do. And then Big Mom agitates, or, what was it, Zeus and... not Poseidon.
Oh yeah, Zeus and Prometheus. My boys are out in full force, causing all kinds of shit.
And of course, they look a lot goofier than they were depicted earlier.
I actually really love how goofy they look in just in real life. They're just fucking around like all the other weird homies. But in the when Nami was picturing them, they looked fucking scary. It's cool.
It's imagination.
Cool. Yeah.
I like that.
I like
Zeus
fucking Zeus's little baseball cap. Yeah. What an asshole.
But yeah, Mama's angry, obviously, about Cracker, and then we get the really cool. The whole of, as many people as possible come in to charge and go and kill Luffy, which is it's pretty intense. And I
gotta say, I really love that scene. It was awesome.
Yeah, there's this new character that we haven't seen yet that's introduced in this panel at the bottom here. With a giant
Are you talking about
hat.
Demon Lady Amande?
Yeah.
Oh my god, she's my favorite fucking character in all of One Piece.
Can't even
Nobody
see her
else
face.
is cool. It's only Amande. I only want her to be the main character now.
She has a giant hat, but it's also
She's
a
got
sun
the
hat.
biggest hat I've ever seen. Luffy needs to join her crew of the Hat Pirates because she is Queen Hat. I love her. She's the coolest, and her sword. She's full on Sephiroth's sword. This is the biggest sword in the world.
The thing I noticed about her sword, which is really weird. That why? I mean, obviously she's got it out to show, look how cool I am with my sword. But she's about to cut the leg off of that other guy. They're walking
I was thinking
along.
the exact same thing.
And
this is like synchronized.
What's her face? Like the
butter lady.
Yeah, the butter lady. She's gonna cut her leg off as well. It's like, just sheath that. You're walking.
I was thinking the
same
exact
direction.
same thing. She's just trying to look hard, and yet she's really they're all packed pretty damn tight. And I was looking the spacing wise. I wasn't quite sure where the sword was in relation to Butter Lady. If she was in front or behind, maybe it's going right through her because she's butter.
If Butter Lady's going in front, then that guy. Oh, that's weird. That's like that's one of those illusions where the thing could be behind and in front at the same time.
It's like imagine you're just walking next to your buddy and he's got his sword out, just right behind you, and he's just like, don't worry about it. I'm walking menacingly, so other people are scared. He's gonna cut her own, who I imagine to be her sister. Chill on it. Demon Lady, chill on that. No, actually don't, because you're the coolest character. You can do whatever you want.
Very cool design, I like it.
I love her. And by the way, Bobbin was at the head of the pack, and he's back. and he's black, and he's cool.
Was he before?
I don't know what. Oh, and he's a thrifty assassin.
I've seen him before, but I can't remember where.
He's a murderer on a budget. What can you do?
But where have we seen him before? What did he do? I forget.
Oh, come on, dude. When we first saw Big Mom back during Fishman Island, when Luffy first, interacted with Big Mom over the telephono, Bobbin was there and was all, he had like come in from a mission and walked in. That's sort of how we segued into seeing him. A mere
fucking 2 years ago or something.
I was probably like 3 at this. Well, I don't know. It was a bunch of years ago. But that was also the first time we saw a Triclops who is clearly Pudding. Pudding is a Triclops, and we will learn that. I haven't forgotten. But I don't know if we're supposed to have forgotten, because it's obviously her.
She doesn't have one.
Oh, you're right. She just doesn't have a forehead. That's true. I can't deny that. It's funny the way, like, it's so obviously her. There's just, she had a little slime friend. She looks exactly like Pudding, and she just was a Triclops. And now, it's years later. Like, I feel like a lot of casual readers wouldn't remember, but of course, I remember everything that ever happened in One Piece.
Wait, she's a Triclops, and she has a slime friend. I remember that, but does she have a slime friend now? Is that...
She does. In fact, I think
that
you
might
see it in this chapter.
That might actually be a connecting thing, then. She might actually have a secret eye power.
Okay, well, it's definitely her. Either way, she's going to lift up her forehead, and you're going to see that forehead eye boy any day now. Probably I bet, like, as they're getting married or something, it's going to be a thing.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, ooh, he's going to be like, no. Sanji's going to, because at the end he, like, agrees to it, but he's going to turn out really racist, and he's like, I would never marry a subhuman, disgusting Triclops. I don't care how nice you've been to me. I'm a fucking racist, and I hate you people. I don't care how hot you are. You're all gay.
So after that, we get a bit of a thing with Big Mom and a bunch of her children, and we can see that they're crazy. They're fucking psychopaths, and she encourages it. Which is I like
that about her. Big Mom's the coolest. She's the best mom.
It is pretty good. The fucking
she's like she does whatever she wants in life and gets away with it because she's so fucking powerful and shit. So it makes sense that she'd encourage others to do the same. Worked out for her.
Yeah. Also, this weird kid in the middle panel, page 9, she's just got her tongue out, and I don't know why. She looks dead.
Oh.
On the
That's
right?
true. She's motionless and just has... Well, I don't know. She's eating. That's the thing they do. She's probably about to consume some fucking shit.
Maybe she's inherited Big Mom's crazy hunger thing.
Yeah.
That'll be...
Yeah. Oh, and I guess, by the way, speaking of just before I flash back to Fishman Island when we first saw Big Mom, at the time, like, she was drooling a lot, she was hungry, and her saliva was hitting the floor and was like causing smoke, so everyone thought she'd eaten some sort of like acid fruit. Not the case. So I guess she just has really strong saliva.
Well, I mean, she'd need to eat all that food,
I suppose that's true. Well, how does Luffy do it? He doesn't have super saliva.
He's got rubber saliva.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Bounces around.
I underestimated the rubber.
So then we get the big table meeting greeting with
that was the money shot.
Germa Kingdom and Big Mom. She's fucking huge, dude. If you look,
she's a big boy.
If you see, she's sitting on it's a round table. You can see she's sitting on one side of the table. Pudding is next to her, and Sanji is next to her in the background. Like, they're tiny.
Yeah.
It's just
they're tiny.
Like if I look at Sanji's the size of his head, it's not even slightly probably the size of her nipple.
And this reminds me of yes, true. This reminds me of her whole dream.
She's got a tooth. She's got a tooth that's like the size of Pudding's head, dude.
Yeah, that's reasonably accurate. Yeah, that's true. This reminds me of her dream because she also is annoyed at how disproportionately big she is compared to the people she's eating with. Hence her dream to gigantify her bros and her boys and her girls.
Yeah.
And eat at eye level with everyone. That'd be cool.
Maybe she is just a freak that grew too big.
Same with Whitebeard. They're just fucking weirdos.
Yeah. Also, the very next panel, the top left, I noticed that Judge has a wine glass and it's a homie. And it's got a smiley face. I couldn't help but wonder what would happen if that homie started talking. Would the wine spill out of his mouth?
Oh my god!
Like, how annoying would that be if he wanted to talk to you and it's like, bleh, bleh, all over
That's
you?
a very well-trained homie. I bet it would spill out, and that he's got enough discipline to know not to. What a good guy.
There's these fucking, the black tea and the green tea guys, they're so pumped to be...
man.
All these food guys, they're so fucking... They're fucking crazy.
Shout out to my boy Black Tea. Fuck green tea. He's a punk ass bitch. Black Tea with the sunglasses wins every time. That's my dude.
They want.
And this whole scene was kind of horrific with the food, like, just free. Like, please eat me, consume me. I let my nutrients fucking give you life. They're so jazzed about being eaten.
And the teapot has like weird bags under his eyes. He's like spewing the tea, like, woo.
Yeah.
Oh, drink. And the fucking sausage that's getting ripped, like Yonji's ripping the sausage's head off. He's like,
like he doesn't look like he's happy right in that moment. He looks like he's suffering.
What is this, Sausage Party, the movie?
Yeah, it basically is.
Yeah. I haven't seen it.
Me neither. But I heard it's okay.
Because we're pirates, then that doesn't exist. CG
right,
doesn't
movies
exist.
aren't real. Only talky head movies that I make up for myself.
Only our favorite comic, One Piece, that comes in via
Which is by
Seagull.
a newspaper, because it's printed in the world we live in, because we live in that world, where it's happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
They call it One Piece News.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Because that One Piece is a famous thing, so they named a newspaper after it. Makes sense.
Yes.
To me. It's a lesser known publication than that normal newspaper that the normies get. This is like you know that in Watchmen, the publication that there was sort of that sub-story about that in the end Rorschach submitted his journal to, the like right-wing one. We read the newspaper equivalent of that. We read the alt-right newspaper in One Piece world where they print the One Piece story. Yeah, that's what we do.
Yep.
It's canon now.
So they presumably just eat all the people with the souls in the food, and they're dead in their stomachs. Maybe they're still feeling it in the stomach. It's gross. It's weird. And then Pudding gives a note to Sanji, and then we get a good old army marching from a distance shot of Luffy. And I'm thinking the only outcomes of this is like Luffy's not gonna die. He might get captured, but he also might have somebody come and help him escape. But I think, I mean, the only thing I was thinking of, like, maybe the guy, what's his...
Urouge.
Yeah, he might jump in.
Possible.
But I don't think Urouge and Luffy can take down the whole of that army, so I think Luffy's just
that's
gonna
the
get
thing.
captured.
These are unsurmountable odds right now. This is like Marineford level shit he's going up against right now.
Yeah, so Nami's probably going to escape with the big tree, and Luffy's going to get captured, and then Nami and the rest of them are going to have to try and think of a plan.
like that. Yeah. I like that Luffy not only is still, looks fucked up, but is in fact still missing that tooth that got knocked out of his face. I was expecting it to be back. Put a timer up for how many chapters until that tooth is back, because it's going to happen one of these days, and I'm just really excited to see when.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe the Vince Smokes will just give him a false gold tooth, because he's a pirate boy, with their super science.
Maybe.
That'd be interesting. That'd be cool. Gold teeth are an unexplored realm in One Piece. There's a guy with peg legs. We got a sort of eye patch thing with Zoro.
Doesn't
Blackbeard
Blackbeard have a gold tooth? But he's
also
got
missing teeth, but I don't
teeth.
think he has a gold tooth.
It seems like he should have one.
He probably will. That'll be his final power-up when he gets the gold teeth and goes full pirate. In fact, he needs to get his gold teeth, he needs to lose a leg and a hand so he can get the hook and the peg leg and get some sort of parrot power. Oh, he can have Lafitte, like, land on his shoulder and just hang out there. Yeah, that's when he'll be full power. That's the end.
The most stereotype.
That's him. I want that. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. So then we get the whole thing with Sanji and Pudding discussing the terrible situation that both of them are in. Sanji explains what we already know, that he can't do anything because of the things. And
this is a powerful scene, I thought.
Yeah, he took off the mask, and she's like, "Oh my god!
Why does he wear the mask?"
Because
his face is all fucked
got a
up.
big puffy lips, that's why.
For you.
And, yeah, this got me thinking about what could happen at the end of this arc. Like, what would happen, change. Because we got the thing with Nami with the Vivre card of Big Mom.
Right.
And, which could, like, tie Big Mom to the crew. We've got this whole thing with Pudding not being an actual bitch and being a nice person.
Mm-hmm.
So that the marriage, like, assuming Sanji didn't have a crew to return to, it wouldn't be that bad. So I'm thinking maybe there's a possibility that the marriage will actually happen, but something will happen with Big Mom and the Straw Hat crew to make them, make them allowed, make their alliance. So Big Mom and the Straw Hats would be, a allegiance thing.
Yeah.
And the Germa Kingdom would be kicked out because they're fucking evil and they'll do something and they'll be the villains of this arc. And Big Mom will not actually be.
Perhaps.
That's what I'm calling right now. I'm calling it in case.
The only reason I don't... Well, I mean, maybe that'll happen, but things feel like they're escalating towards the climax pretty soon. Like, we're about to enter the third arc of this thing. There was the journey here, now there's shit happening. We're in the second arc right now. We're reaching the climax, or the beginning towards Act 3, when the climax happens, and then it ends. So, I'm not sure how much more development there's going to be. Obviously, there's going to be some.
There will be, but I think the fact that we know Big Mom's dream is not to become the pirate queen or whatever, but to have like a huge family.
Why is no one's dream to become the pirate king who actually could do it? Like, Luffy wants to, and he's working on it. Captain Kidd wants to. The Supernovas are punk bitches, and they're working on it. We got Whitebeard, doesn't give a fuck. Fucking Big Mom doesn't care.
Whitebeard's dead,
Red hair
dude.
obviously doesn't care.
Whitebeard's fucking dead, dude.
Yeah, but he didn't care when he was alive. He's like, I just want to hang out, whatever, man. I'll just fuck around my whole life.
Blackbeard probably does.
Well, Blackbeard clearly does. That's for sure.
But I think
that's why he's the best. He's the best.
But I think the fact that there's the possibility, I mean, is a very slim possibility at the moment, but I feel like Luffy having one of the four emperors as an ally, aside from Shanks, would be integral to him managing to defeat Blackbeard eventually, to become the Pirate King. Because there's no way that... I mean, there's probably a way, but, like, Luffy with his crew and his current, separate armada of friends or whatever that would come and help him.
Straw Hat Fleet.
They're not, they're probably not combined able to become even one of the four emperors. So having Big Mom to help maybe defeat Kaido or something, it would be an interesting difference. Like the Big Mom and the four emperors, they'd been built up as the bad guys you got to defeat. Aside from Shanks, they're the bad guys. We got to defeat them if you want to be the winner. But it's not as black and white as just beating them and not in One Piece.
Yeah,
I think there might be a thing like that.
Yeah, but Luffy is clearly not. He's like Gold Roger. He is not interested in the Yonko position or any of that kind of stuff. He just wants to fuck around.
But if there's I think
but
Big
he does
Mom
need to
might
beat them.
him.
He's gonna have to fight Blackbeard, and his allies. All the allies he's gathering now are clearly, pretty much to me, for the sole purpose of fighting Blackbeard at the end of the series. That's how I see it.
I also think Shanks might die by Blackbeard's hand.
What if Shanks just died before he got a real fight? Oh my god, I'd be so fucking pissed. All I want is to see that boy fight one time and I'll be satisfied. Like with Ace. Ace got one good fight and I am satisfied. Shanks just needs one like that.
Yeah.
Ace v Blackbeard was dope as fug. Well, I was just going to say, before I talk about that more, what you said before about Sanji and him possibly actually getting married. Man, can you imagine the shift in his character? Let's say he marries her, they establish some sort of alliance, but obviously he's going to stay with the Straw Hats.
Yeah.
So what?
He's gonna say, "I'll
in the
come
dynamic
back."
of that dude. It's he can't be fucking grinding up on bitches all day. That's not allowed anymore,
It
right?
would be kind of hilarious if he's he gets the hard eyes and then he's like, "Wait, no, I can't." And then it's like an internal struggle. And it'll be really funny.
If Sanji needs to get laid real bad. So if he can get some action from Pudding and then go, then fine. It'll probably make him be a better person in the long run. But if he leaves and just if he marries her and then bails and it's just hanging over him, that's it's hell. Long distance relationships are all garbage. Don't do it, Sanji, please. For all the incels out there, don't do it.
No.
Lace Sanji's big time incel. That poor guy. But man, I don't really have anything else to say about the chapter. Oh, except that so the mask was taken off. So I'm still holding out hope that mask thing could be recycled later on for the purpose of some sort of misdirect, where like Pudding disguises herself as Sanji, or
that could be.
I want that to happen because this felt like a fairly weak payoff to the whole mask thing. It was okay, like it wasn't terrible, but I want more. I want something more out of it. I hope.
Yeah. I mean, we still got the whole the rest of the crew, Brook and Pedro and Chopper and Carrot. They got to do something.
They're doing something. Something's going to happen.
Yeah. With that. Luffy's going to be out of action probably, and it's all going to be it's all going to be trying to find out how to make peace with Big Mom without beating her up, because I don't think with Luffy out of commission they won't be able to even try beating her up.
Luffy is going full Gandhi this arc. I mean, for the remaining like 24 hours that it's going on or whatever. Yeah. He's going to sit there, he's going to starve for a day. God, it's just like not eating for one day is such a short amount of time, and we have seen Luffy do it before. They've gone for days without eating, as I recall earlier in the series. So like, there's no reason why he should like be starving by the next day. I'm sure he'll be super hungry, but he's done it before. There needs to be some explanation for why the hunger. God, he needed to go for like a week without eating. That would have been the most appropriate way to do it.
It could probably be like either they take it in a comedic route and he's like a skeleton. And he's like, feed me. Or it could be that they have some Gear 4 reason that he needs a lot more food or something. He's still charging up. I mean,
that's true. He hasn't eaten, but he eats so many fucking biscuits. So many fucking biscuits. More than he's eaten in his whole life, like right before this.
Yeah, but he needs meat. He doesn't need biscuits, he needs meat, dude.
He needs meat. Yeah, he gets his power from meat. That's true. So
if he gets some meat...
I think if that happens, I'm going to bitch a little bit. If it turns out that he's like starving after one day, I'm going to bitch and I'm going to do research, because I am almost positive that they've had to go days without eating previously. So if that happens, I'm just letting you know. I'm going to bitch about it.
We're making a lot of predictions and prophecies.
Predictions are fun, man. That's what reading.
I hope I get one of those things right that I was thinking of.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. I mean, I forget all the ones that we made now, but that, like, since we read week to week, the only benefit we get over people who save up for like a year and then binge, which is kind of more fun, but we get the experience of making predictions, see how they come out, engaging with the community and stuff, which I enjoy. It's good stuff. And anything else important? This was a meaningful end of the chapter. Sanji really opened up to Pudding here, and for the first time, he seemed to accept his fate. He seemingly accepted that he's going to be forced to get married, and that's pretty much the end of it.
Yeah, and, it feels like it's like he's not bullshitting. Like he will actually.
Yeah, it felt sincere.
He'll like being married with her if that's the only choice he has. But it's not like he would, like, as soon as he has another option, he'd run away. I mean, he'd run away if he could, but like he's happy that he has her at least.
This is a metaphor for marriage in general, dude. All these shackles and the threats against the people you love. It's all just Oda saying, don't do it. I hate my wife. I hate my family. Let me out. She's got her fucking claws in me. Her family's evil. All these things are just what Oda thinks about marriage. And happen to be what I think about marriage, too. But
it's a good chapter. I like it.
Oh, and what I liked about it was while it juxtaposes this ending scene, at least a little bit at the end of the chapter, the last couple of pages, it juxtaposes Sanji talking peacefully with Pudding, like accepting his fate, with Luffy out there. So the army has descended upon him, and he now is fighting the endless hordes of Big Mom dudes, obviously futilely. So like Luffy's out there risking his life for Sanji, and Sanji is giving up. So it's. There's nothing really to criticize Sanji for. He's been forced into this position, but it's sad to see the two in such a different place right now. And it also, just as a little note, I really love some One Piece does the best, and it's I said like Bobbin, the character Bobbin showed up. He was leading the army in this chapter, and he showed up like hundreds of chapters ago during Fishman Island. seeing him, like, Luffy is fighting a bunch of dudes and Bobbin's off to the side with his sword now. Seeing Luffy, like, any main character, with a character that was in, like, a cutaway to, like, a billion million miles away, or, like, or something like that. When I finally see the main characters meet up face-to-face with a character that we've seen in, like, an aside or anything like that, I really, really like it. Like, when we first saw Doflamingo, like, with Luffy at Marineford, and, you know, and all the fucking... And when, like, Kuma showed up on Thriller Bark, and it was like, okay, now this character is related to our main characters. I always love that. Yeah. In this chapter, we got like, that with... it's like
Bobbin. Connecting all the threads.
Yeah.
From all the different, you know, sections of the world. You put them together.
Mm-hmm. It feels good every single time. And One Piece does it the best. Yes. And I don't think I have anything else particularly to say about the chapter.
Neither do I.
Oh, but you know, I will say just one thing, not about the chapter, but I was thinking a little bit lately about my complaints about how Oda leaves backstory open, and then we'll fill it in later with stuff like he's doing with Sanji now. And I was just thinking that with Sanji here, this is pretty well justified. I don't love every single thing about it, but overall, it's definitely a positive thing, and I really like it. And I was thinking, and then there's, like, Wano is coming up, and it seems pretty clear if there was ever a time to do anything with Zoro's backstory, it's going to be Wano. And I've been prepared for that for a long time. So I expect there to be Zoro backstory there of some kind. And, like, Brooks is mysterious, but I do think it'll come up at some point. And so I was thinking, like, I was always kind of afraid of Oda, like, shoving more of this shit in. But there's really only 2 characters left he could possibly really do that with, and it's Nami and Frankie. And we know Frankie's parents were pirates of some kind and are out there somewhere, probably like, I don't know, 50 years old now or something, but whatever. They're out there. I'd be totally cool with meeting them. And if Nami has some kind of interesting, crazy backstory, I think I'm open to it, you know? Then we can just complete the suite of everyone having a backstory, and that'd be, you know, and put it all in a nice little bow. So just like before in the, you know, several hundred chapters before One Piece ends, for the next, like, 7 years or whatever, if we can, you know, do some stories for their backstory, I'm okay with it. I have changed my position. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's nice.
Yep. Yeah. I'm okay with it.
You got your own character arc you're going through.
Yes, I do. I'm growing. I'm becoming an adult. My body's changing. My voice is changing. I'm growing hair in strange places. It's all kinds of crazy shit going on with this character arc over here. Okay, and with that... All right, we're done. Thanks for listening, everybody. It was a very good chapter. Good follow-up. We're reaching an emotional climax. Luffy's going to be captured. Mark my words. He's going to be captured. We're going to see him in captivity soon. And Sanji's going to have to go save him with the help of his friends at some point. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Me too.
All right. Cool. And we'll see you next time. Actually, I checked, and no week. There is confirmed. Next week, there's confirmed no chapter. So we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next podcast. Goodbye.
Yo ho ho.